Testing, testing, one, two, three. All right, hello. We are here for another episode of Choose Your Path, me, with your host, Sharon Durskill. The information, click the link in my bio. I am so grateful and so excited to be here another day. I am so grateful. I hope that you are finding some inspiration with these conversations. I'm hoping that when you listen to this, you find that you can create the life that you want. You have to believe that it's possible and not just trust the process, but literally fall in love with it. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Hello, Upstar. Hello, Ups. I'm like, Ups. Da, 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 da. Hey there. I hope that I am bringing it for you guys. Yes, so today I have an amazing music artist. Oh, his name is Eddy. Let me make sure I get my coffee and everything. I got my coffee and my water today. Hello, Beauty Barber Magazine. How are you? Welcome. Let me check. Yes, he's here. Let's add him. Let's get into it. Da-da-da-da. Absolutely. Whatever the mind conceives, man, it goes with the mind, right? It all starts with the mind. Whatever the mind can conceive, the believer, the mind can achieve. I absolutely love that. You're absolutely right. Hello, Brenda. So I was just saying hello to everybody. Welcome. I sent that message like I'm excited, but I really am excited. Like, this is
Awesome.
exciting. Yeah, I love what I do, and I hope that you do too, because
Thank
you're
you.
absolutely amazing. Let's talk about
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So, since this is our first time meeting, I'm Sharon Durskill. I want to almost say former celebrity publicist, but they won't let me stop.
Uh,
So I
okay.
do, yeah. So I am currently working with a couple people, but I am also a motivational speaker and recently have become an international best-selling author. So that was,
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but
Okay.
if I had to vision what my life would be, I probably would just speak, write, and travel for the rest of my life. Like, that makes me
Mm,
really happy. I love doing
mm.
that. So that's a
I can.
little bit
I
about
don't
me.
mind it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, of course, the pandemic happened and all of the events were canceled, right?
Right.
So I said that I would just come on Instagram because I wasn't really that active on here and just have some conversations with my friends and see how everybody is doing. Like, check, how you doing? What's
Right.
going on? And go live.
Right.
And then it actually like really turned into a thing. It was just an idea and it really turned into a thing. And so I was like, oh, choose your path. Like,
Awesome.
if you want to heal. If you need to create, let's start to create and
Right.
choose that path, right? We can create
Right.
the life that we want, but we got to trust the
Definitely.
process. So that's
Def-
the point of these conversations. Is just to get obviously definitely to get to know you,
right.
and what you're creating, and just let's. I'm just hoping that the people are inspired by the conversation. So
Awesome.
that's me. So
Great.
welcome, Eddie Michaels. I'm hoping.
Thank you.
That your people come. He's really good at that. Yep, there he is.
Oh, there
Let
you
me
go.
pin
Yeah.
that comment there. Yes, hello. Because I want people to follow you. I am so bad once I'm live and pressing
Yeah.
all those buttons. I'm like, oh man, I got to take it back. I missed the
It's all
D.
good. It's all
Yeah. So I knew
right.
he was. He's good. He's good at that.
Yeah.
So I knew that he was going to put it on there and I could pin it. So
Definitely.
yes.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
let's get into it. How are you doing during this pandemic, and any lessons learned? I
Uh,
ask everybody that question.
I got you. I got you. During this pandemic, I'm doing all right. I've been able to maintain the changes. This was a definite, very awkward change that we all went through.
Yes.
So I've been maintaining. Um, what made me kind of keep myself going was always find something to do, especially with music. So that was kind of like my occupation. Just writing. If I'm not in the studio, just write. Listen to beats, watch videos, music performances, go to the gym because the gym never really closed, even though they closed. But yeah,
I'm not
I mean
going
they
to the
had closed
gym.
for a little bit. They had closed for a little bit, but once they opened up, that also kind of helped a little bit, so doing that. But my lessons learned for the pandemic was I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready at first. Yeah, so that was definitely a big lesson learned. Just really be ready for anything to happen,
Uh-huh.
especially in this time of age that we're living in. It's a lot of weird stuff going on at the moment. So um, we had that. We had last year and then this year, so we don't know how next year's going to be. We don't know how the end of this year is going to be like. But definitely for me, it was more just being prepared, just knowing that always have some like in the back of my mind in case anything weird ever happens. So I think that was like my biggest take during this pandemic. So
Yeah. For me, it was I found that I was not in control.
mm,
Right?
okay,
Because like you saying, like, it was so unexpected and it really like
definitely,
put you in a space where you like, oh
yeah,
wow, I gotta stay right here. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm looking at my calendar because it's right here next to me. And I always have like all these dates and filled out and all of these things I'm gonna do.
yeah, yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
I realized that I'm not in control. And I'm okay with that. Like
Mhm.
for
I
2 weeks I cried. I had a little breakdown. I really
agree.
did, honestly. And then I said, okay, adapt and adjust,
Mhm.
right?
I was pretty upset
There's
at first too. I was like,
you
wait, we gotta
was
stay inside. I was pretty upset at first too. I was like, wait, we gotta stay inside. We don't do
yeah,
this.
it was
Like,
crazy. It
yeah,
was
but
crazy in
after
the
a while,
beginning.
you get adjusted to it. Yeah.
Yep, you sure do. And then that's what you do. Like Magic Johnson has this favorite quote that I absolutely love, and it's adapt and adjust. Always be ready to adapt and
Yeah.
adjust. So I have
Yeah.
definitely taken that, especially as an entrepreneur. I mean, things are constantly always changing. We don't change the goal, but the plan definitely sometimes have to be adapted and tweaked here and there. So I want to say hello to a couple more people. High Waisted Studio, the evening experience. Have you been on his show?
No.
Oh, you
Wait, the
definitely
evening
should. He's the
experience? I
guy.
think I
Yeah,
had.
he's that guy.
I think
Yeah,
I
shout
had.
out
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Probably
yeah.
have. Look, your PR probably got you so busy. You like, I don't
Yeah,
even
I'm
know
like,
where
I'm
I'm
trying
at
to get.
virtually. I'm all in this virtual world right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I like his interviews.
I like his
Um,
too. Yeah, yeah. I had a
Bots
good time
World
there.
Studios. Hello, that guy. He's a Grammy nominated, 3-time Grammy nominated producer. He's in Texas and he's
Wow.
absolutely amazing. He's a
Send me
great
some
friend
link.
of mine. Yeah.
Send me some
PK
link.
Entertainment, he said he learned never to take life for granted. Yeah, see?
I agree. Yep.
So there we go. What drew you to music? Tell me that. Tell me
Um,
about that.
I think music for me was always in the family, especially on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just really watching him and how he like made sounds as a young kid. Like I was very fascinated at how he was able to play piano with just his hands. So
Mm.
um, at 6 years old, 6, 7, 8, I was very curious. Like, how are you able to move your hand like that and play keys and notes that really sound good? And then for him to be singing too. So I was really drawn to it. So just watching him and my dad's younger brother and sister, sing because they had a little group, but not like a actual group, but they sung together a lot. So and I was
That's
always
beautiful.
around them, yeah, and I was always around them. So um, I think I just fell in love with the sound and what it was, and uh, I believe I was born gifted with the voice, but it takes time for you to actually develop and really like embrace it. Because as you get older, you learn a lot of things about yourself as well. You know what I mean? So
Oh, that's true. We're
yeah,
constantly evolving and learning. Every
I
single day
agree.
I learn something new.
Yep.
Yes.
I tell
Shout
my
out to
friends
my
all the
sponsor.
time too.
Hi, Think Cars. So many people on here. I'm like, want to say hi to everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Awesome. No, no. So it was just the love for the music and how I was brought up around just a lot of the good music my dad was playing around the house, from gospel to R&B to pop, like Michael Jackson, Donnie McClurkin, Fred Hammond, Whitney Houston, and the list just
Uh,
goes on and on and on and on. So it was just that it made me feel some type of way. So, but as I got older, I didn't really get into music or musically inclined until I was a freshman in high school. I think the reason why for me what that was I always sing at home. I would write little songs here and there. Um, the experience that I had where my dad had put me on stage because he was a director for the church. I was
Okay.
in church since at a young age. I believe I remember this like the back of my head. I was 13 years old. My dad's doing the praise and worship, and he just calls me out of nowhere. He's like, "Yeah, my son's gonna do a solo." I'm like, "Wait, hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't sign up for this." So he just puts me on stage, and I froze. I couldn't get a note out. I couldn't get anything. Before I knew it, I ran off stage, dropped the microphone. I don't remember exactly what happened after that, but I blacked out, I believe, because I was so nervous, you know? And I think,
Uh,
yeah, and I think after that, I kind of was like, I don't know if this is for me, because I don't like being in front of people. So then I got into sports, started playing basketball, playing soccer, football, started getting to that fitness side of just being an athlete. But I always had music in me. Like I was always doing music, something dealing with music at home, but not in front of people. But um, then my sophomore year, we had a talent show. I got to sing in front of the whole school.
oh,
So,
I was gonna ask you that too, if you did
yeah,
any of those. Okay.
yeah, I did like talent shows and stuff like that. Cause like we had an audition for them. So did some auditions. I passed them, and I got in front of the whole school, and I was like, all right, I got to do it. I'm already here. I don't want to embarrass myself, especially with the experiences that I had to go through as far as like being a foreigner in the high school speaking English, being bullied and all that stuff. So I thought this was a great opportunity, like a reliever a little bit, like, if people stop, making fun of me. You know what I mean? So um, I kind of found that as like an escape, like, all right, let me share my voice. After I finished, I had a standing ovation, right? My teachers, the principal, um, popular kids in school was like, yo, we see this dude at school all the time. We didn't know he had a voice like that. And I think after that, just that feeling I had from just the reaction of everybody really brought me back to what music was to me. So, and I was like, wait, hold up. I'm actually liking this. Let me see where I can take it and, develop it. So,
Look what happens when we, face our fears.
yes, ma'am.
Because really, at the end of the day, it's us feeling those emotions, and the emotions are definitely real, but it's really about the people. It's not even about us.
I agree. I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Like when you switch that over and you realize, like, hey, I'm here to bring that
Yep.
frequency, that voice that people need to hear,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of that just I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, in that moment when you're creating or when you're giving that to the people, it just goes away.
It
Because i
does.
get i get
It does.
butterflies before I speak every time. It doesn't matter, like even when I was on TV, like before I get out there and on
Yeah.
the stage, I
Yeah.
got all these butterflies, and then once it's lights camera action time to
Oh,
speak, Sharon Tell, it's like I'm like so excited and so grateful.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is a good thing. I'm glad that you did that, because
Yeah.
if you didn't answer that calling and your dad didn't put you out there like that, we
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be having this conversation, and there'd probably be
Not
no
at all.
open invitation.
No, not at all. Not at
Right?
all.
Yeah,
Yes,
would not
ma'am.
be
Not
no
at all.
open invitation. I'm writing
Yes.
notes.
Mhm.
Usually I do these unscripted, really off the top of my dome. But lately I got this idea to come out with a book from all
Okay.
of the conversations that I've had.
Okay.
So this entire, probably into the end of this year, I'm going, every single person that has been on here, I'm going to write my experience
Wow.
and the things that I've
Wow.
learned. So that's
That's
what I'm writing. So I'm like sitting here going to be your therapist for an
all
hour.
good.
At therapy, they don't say nothing. They just, I don't know if you ever been, but that's what they do. They
Right.
just write down and they just take the notes.
Right. I
What
got you. I
skills do
understand.
you think that you've learned, on this journey, on this musical journey? What skills do you think you've learned along the way, if any,
Uh,
that has helped
skills
you? That has helped you. Yeah.
that has helped me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say definitely my confidence, because I think that's the first thing. In order to be considered a great singer or a great artist, you got to be confident in yourself. Without that confidence, you're not really gonna uh, uh, impress the people who are listening to you. So I always had confidence. Like after I got to know myself, but I think definitely confident was definitely my biggest one, and really just learning from other artists, artists that I'm very inspired by. You know, seeing how they take music and what inspired them to really be as great as they are now. So to where it helps me and it motivates me find that for
Mm-hmm.
me. You know, not really mimic them, but use their style to inspire me to bring out my own style. And that's what I like about my music and me as an artist. I'm very unique. Like there's nobody. I think I only sound like me. You know, and I feel like that's an amazing thing to be because
That's what you can give to
yeah,
people, you, right?
right.
That's how
And
I can get the best experience and everyone else by your authenticity.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Yeah.
staying in your and just creating a your own lane, like to where like, whoa, I've never heard this before like this, but he did it. So that also
Right.
helps me stand. You know what I mean? That also helps me stand out from a lot of people to where like now I can kind of get some attention from different people from different things because it's different. It's kind of like okay, it's a refresher of how music used to be like, you know, back in the day because um then that kind of gives me a little room to kind of like shine in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, but
As you should, because
right.
we're all in. I mean, once you realize that you are who you are and you're comfortable with being
Mm-hmm,
you,
mm-hmm,
right? Then you're bringing your authentic self and you're in your own lane. We're all in our own lane,
right.
creating, hopefully, right? Something absolutely amazing. And that's what makes us unique. And we have to be okay with that. I
Right.
was thinking, I have ask someone for their opinion
Mm-hmm.
on my Instagram page, right? Because I'm
Uh-huh.
always, I always want to evolve, get better. Maybe I need to add a little something, whatever.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And so I took into consideration some of the things they said, but then other things I really didn't because I was like, wow, if I do that, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look like everybody else, and I
Everybody
don't
else,
want to look like
exactly.
everybody else. I want to do my own thing.
I
But there
agree.
was something I can take this and that, and that's okay.
I
I
agree.
can take
I
that. You know
agree.
what I mean? Whatever it
Mhm.
is, I can take it because I'm comfortable with being me. So that's
Yeah,
really dope that you found that early in your career.
yes, ma'am.
Because if you don't, when you're in this entertainment business, they would define it for you. So it's very important to know
Yeah.
thyself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, know thyself.
Yes,
Seriously.
ma'am.
What
That's the
kind
most
of
important.
what kind of artist would you classify yourself as?
Ah, me.
No lane. Like what kind of lane? No type of like you would say. Oh no, I'm kind of this. You just kind of go with what feels
Yeah, go for
good
the
for
flow.
you.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I believe that I can write. I can put myself to write to any song, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's country. I may not have the accent, but I can definitely put a star on because country music is like storytelling.
Oh, I love country music.
Yeah, so you just gotta. The way of writing that song is kind of like you having a conversation or you're talking, right? But it has to kind of make sense to where it's very catchy and straight to the point, you know. And with hip hop, you just gotta have a lot of gibberish. Like just as long as the beat is good and you have a nice melody and some harmonies, just make it thump. You know.
Just go.
Yeah, R&B and pop and Afrobeat are where like that's where my strong folds are because I love Afro music. I love pop.
I can hear that.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, and R&B is where like my emotions, like the heartbreaks and falling in love or like being romantic, you know, is where that side comes to. I mean, even on the pop side and the Afrobeat, depending on what the beat is and where it's really taking me. So I
Mm,
wouldn't really consider myself like just one type of artist. I believe that I'm very versatile,
I love that.
but for the category I'm in, it's definitely pop and R&B. So yeah,
I absolutely love that.
it's man.
Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I am sitting here talking to Eddie Michaels. He's an amazing music artist. He just recently, you just released, is it an EP or album?
It's an
It's
EP.
the EP. Yes,
Yeah.
the EP. Because I'm like, I don't think it's an album. It's the
No.
EP. And it was released on my grandmother's birthday. My
There
grandmother's
you
birthday
go.
is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like God rest her
Yeah.
soul. I was so grateful when I see this. This is a special one right
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Who
man.
inspired you before we get to start? We're gonna definitely get into that. But who
Mhm.
are some of your musical influences? Because I know that you said that you had some. So who are they?
Uh, Michael Jackson.
Michael
Uh,
Jackson.
Jackson's the biggest one. Yeah, he's like the top. He's the top tier. And then of
Uh-huh.
course, yeah, and then of course when it comes down to like groups, I got Jodeci, Boyz II Men, Take Six. I don't know if remember Take Six, where
Yes,
Brian
of
McKnight and
course.
his brothers.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was complete harmony, like
right.
between us.
It's
Yeah,
amazing, right?
amazing. Yep,
Yeah,
they didn't need no nothing, just their
no,
voices. That's it,
right.
right?
And
Yep.
whoever was the bass carried
Uh-huh.
the whole group. I
Oh
mean,
my
yeah,
God.
because just that sound. Um, but then when it came to that on the group side, it was definitely Jodeci, um,
I love me some
Boyz II
Jodeci.
Men, Take
Uh-huh.
Six, uh,
I
to
love all of them. Everybody.
yeah,
Let's just say.
right.
I grew
To
up. I mean, I know I'm older than you, so
yeah.
I grew up listening to them, like listening
Mm,
to that music. So yeah, I was around in that
mm,
era where Jodeci would hit the stage and the
yeah,
ladies would just
everybody.
fall out.
Yeah.
Yes,
I wish I was
like
born
I
that
absolutely
time.
loved it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
someone's going to be saying that about you one day. They're going to be watching this,
Facts, facts,
and
facts,
it's going to be like
facts.
2067.
Oh
they're
man.
going to be
Oh.
like, they're going to be like, man, I
I
wish
remember
that
this
I was
guy.
back in those times. Yeah,
Yeah.
because your page, I was scrolling through your page, listening to your
Mm,
music, and it's just all love. And
mm,
I think it's like really dope what
thank,
you're doing, and
thank
even the visual that you were creating. I had clicked on it and seen a little bit of the snippet, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
wow,
Gotta tease the fans a little bit here and there, you know?
yes, I love that. Oh
Yes,
my
ma'am.
goodness,
Yes, ma'am.
why do you think music is so powerful? What's your definition? Whew, I feel like I gotta sneeze.
Music, bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
Mhm. Um, music is a music is very powerful because it's healing, right?
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Um, it definitely speaks a different language where it'll fill up for like words, right? Just where like I wouldn't I wouldn't know how to tell you how I feel in a sense, but if I was to be put in front of a piano or in a studio or singing a ballad, right? My all my emotions would come out, like the harmonies, the melody, the words, and after that's created, once you're listening to it, you will feel my pain or you will feel where I'm coming from just from the music. So I
Mm,
really do feel like that's how I feel like really music is very well. It is very like powerful because it's it's healing in every way. I mean, you go from happy to sad,
yes.
excited to depressed, to where you want to fight, you want to kill somebody, or you want to go bungee jumping. You can't wait for the summertime. So it's a lot of different moods that help with individual moods.
Mm,
I'll say so.
mhm.
Um, but definitely
It's
music
all of
is
those things.
yeah, it's definitely powerful. It's been I would say I could even tell you like there's been a lot of times where in my life where if it wasn't for music, I wouldn't be as stable or um, mentally aware of my surroundings, or just become who I am now without the music because I've been in some very dark places in my life where I felt like giving up on everything. Um, I just felt like, what's the point of being, doing this anymore and all that stuff. But
Been there.
right, and so it's certain songs that bring the best out of you. Like even though the song may be sad, but it kind of helps you reminisce and kind of brings some type of light to you. Like, hey, look, I understand you're going through this, but it's gonna be okay. There's always a deadline to everything that we go through in life. So you're going through it now, don't mean you're gonna go through it in like 2, 3 months. So just hang
That
in
is
there,
very true.
and just go through the process. Because once you go over that cliff, you see, you're gonna see a different world. It's gonna be sunny. You're gonna see birds. Everything's gonna make sense. but you're here
It's
now.
interesting that you say that. It's
Yeah,
absolutely, we are definitely here now. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, here in the
nice,
States. Where are you from?
nice. Right now I'm in DC, actually
Uh-huh.
Baltimore, but close to DC.
Okay.
I'm originally from Atlanta, so
You are?
yeah,
I would think
I'm the
that,
ATL.
and I'm like, that's why I said here in the States, because I
Yeah,
would think that. I thought that you, I don't know, you give me that island vibe. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
Oh, I got you, I got you. So basically, I was born in Paris, France.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I have African in me too, so my accent kind of like jumps in and out. So
Yes, I can hear it. That's why I'm like, here. Usually when I'm on like
yeah.
on some social media, I'm like, yeah, I'm here in the States. I'm here on the East Coast.
Oh,
Yeah, I live on the East
oh
Coast
yeah, I got
here
you.
in the States,
I got you. I got
So
you. I
now
got you. I got
you're here in DC, you're like, I'm in DC.
you. Right. My
Oh,
bad.
okay.
My bad.
Oh man, let's pay the bills. Yes, I am speaking to Reset the Room. Are you on Clubhouse yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
Oh, okay. Let's
Yeah,
reset the room.
yeah. I know.
I
Reset
am.
the room. Yeah.
I am Sharon,
Yes,
celebrity
ma'am.
publicist, motivational speaker, and #1 international best-selling author. And I am here on Choose Your Path, talking to Eddy Michaels. He is the newest R&B sensation. I want you guys to follow him and also stream his music. Fall asleep. Let it play all night. Let
Yeah.
it speak to your subconscious mind. Yes, let's reset the room.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's reset the room.
Reset the
So
room.
I gotta pay the bills. I always wanted to say that because I used to book the interviews and now
Yeah.
I'm the one that's actually speaking. So I get to now say it. Let's pay the bills. Hello to my sponsor. I'm
Ready.
missing the Clubhouse.
Oh,
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 yes, I'm missing the Clubhouse moderator badge. Exactly. My
oh.
sponsor, that's my sponsor there. 10K cards. It's a
Nice.
digital business card. This is yours. I'm going to send it to you. There we go.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
your
yeah,
own QR
birthday.
code. Let me tell you,
Wow.
all your music, your videos, your YouTube
Wow.
page, your Cash App, your Venmo, all of that stuff. And it's on
Wow.
one right here, right? You just
Yeah.
scan it. And then I'll scan it into my stories. So people
Wow.
that are like in their stories, they can actually take their phone or their device and scan it. And
Mm.
all your information, it looks like this right here. Anything that needs to be like, whatever, we need to fix
Awesome.
anything right there. And it really literally looks like your own app on your
Right.
phone. I love
Right.
it. Like it's right
Right.
next to my Netflix, like,
Hey.
yeah. So it's like, you got your own app. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that it don't really use all that space like the other apps
Mm.
because it's cloud based and it's so great and it's awesome.
Facts.
And I was at an event recently. I was able to share the card, and
Yeah.
somebody can be sitting across from you, and you can airdrop it. So,
Wow.
like during this time when it's like 6 feet, you
Yeah.
can be like, "Oh, turn
Just
it on,
scan my
turn it."
barcode.
Yeah, like, and then that's it. Like you can airdrop it, you can scan the barcode. It's really, 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 really dope. And welcome to the future, right?
Nice. I know. Oh yeah, that's definitely cool,
Welcome to
man.
the digital world
Yes,
that
man.
we're in, literally. So, shout
Yes,
out to
man.
10K cards. So you'll be getting that as soon as we get off. I'll be sending you your gift because I sincerely I don't take these conversations for granted, not one of them, because you're giving me something so amazing, and that's your time. That is the most expensive gift that you can give anyone, and right now you're giving that to me and also the audience that is listening and the thousands of people who will listen after this.
Yes, man.
So please, everyone, go and follow. There's the link there. Yeah, love it. You better try it, guys. Yeah, and anyone too. And I always forget this part too. If anyone wants to get their own digital business card, click the link in my bio and scroll down to the bottom there, and you can buy the card. It has my merchandise, my website, and books and everything on the card. It's absolutely
There you
phenomenal when
go.
you learn how to use it. So
Yes,
thank
man.
you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. And shout out
Yes,
to
man.
PK Entertainment. I absolutely love you to pieces. Like you have a very good company behind you. I'm telling you, there
Oh,
it's
son.
very few people
Yeah.
in this industry when it comes to like PR. Is so many, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like who's good for me and
Mm-hmm.
what my vision. Can you see my vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
and who's just here just to get the money. It is a
Right.
difference.
That
It
is
is
a definite.
totally a difference. And that's why I haven't had a whole bunch of people under my roster, because I want to grow with the
Yeah,
artists. Like,
I agree.
it's very difficult. We can get a lot of, publications and
Yeah,
interviews and stuff like that, but it's very difficult to measure the PR thing. Like, it's
yeah,
something that I really honestly feel like it just cannot be measured. It's something that you grow and you evolve as
I
time
agree.
goes on and as an artist.
Yeah,
But the people in your team that's connected to you, they got to see what you're showing them.
yeah,
It's your vision at the end of the day. It's
I agree.
you. This is your brand. So
Mhm.
you definitely have a really great guy. Anytime
Thank you.
someone says, I get a punch, I'm like, no, I'm not working, but
Yeah,
you can get with PK Entertainment 17. Like, follow them. I'll let
thanks.
them know. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It was just
so
so cool. It was also cool how we met too. Ever since then, I believe like we just clicked. You know, it was just so genuine to where like it was just the potential there. The conversations was dope. And then ever since then, we've just been on a tag team type thing. And
that's
then
a
with
beautiful
the rest of
thing.
my team, embracing this moment and everything. So it was definitely dope how it all started because it started in the clubhouse.
See how Clubhouse
That's how it
work?
started. I was playing I was in this big room. It was a very, very big room. It's like a industry connect. I don't know if you're
Oh,
familiar.
I've been in that
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
So I've been wanting to get in the stage room for so long because like that wait list is so long, right? So me raising my hand all the time, like, hey, pick me, like,
See me.
yeah, So then I finally got the opportunity. I was like, yes. And then my turn came out. They were like, yeah, so Eddy, tell us a little about yourself. I'm like, yeah, I'm a recording artist. I got the song that I wrote for such and such, but I want to play it for you guys. And I played it. And everybody was like, oh, dope, dope, dope. And then that's how Rocky hit me up on the DM. At first, he was kind of like, okay. Yeah, somebody just hit me up. Cool, all right.
Yeah.
But then he just kept coming back constantly. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, let me, engage and see where this goes. And then before I know it, we're here. So it's just been amazing since then. Just to how it all started is like really, really dope too. Yeah.
No, that is,
Yeah.
and it is definitely. I know people say like it's business and it's never personal, but it is.
Sorry.
I don't work with anybody without developing a foundation of some sort of we cool,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
I
it
agree.
really turns into family. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
it
that I
does.
work with, it literally has turned into family. We are
Yeah.
just that cool,
This
and
is,
it makes, I don't know, it makes good for relationships. And I want someone who
I agree.
sees that gift. You know what I mean? I would think you like vice versa, sitting on your side of the seat. So
No,
that's
that's true.
important.
That's true.
Yeah. So
It's very true.
you got somebody good. So
Just
let's talk about the EP.
okay. Okay.
Open Invitation. That is a beautiful, first of all, that's a beautiful title.
Thank you.
Open Invitation is an
Thank you.
absolute beautiful title.
Thank you.
What is it about?
So basically my idea behind that was 2021 was coming up, and I've never really dropped a whole project on my platform. And Valentine's Day was like the big thing coming up because everybody was getting prepared for it. So then I was like, okay, well, let me get in this little thing too. Then I was like, all right, well, I need to think of how I want to set myself a little bit apart from just how everybody's going to set up their Valentine's Day, especially with artists. Because I noticed a lot of ballads on Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
a lot of love songs and slow jams and all that stuff. So
Uh-huh.
then I was like, all right, well, let me see if I can. I want to take it up a notch, but still keep it romantic. To where it's like you can move a little bit, but you can still, be very, that's,
Sensual.
yeah,
Nah, they're gonna
yeah,
work.
yeah. So, so when I was thinking about that, open invitation kept running through my mind as far as like the title for the EP. Because
Hmm.
I went through a few like titles and stuff like that, but open invitation really stood out to me the most. And once I sat on that, I was like, okay, I really like this title, and my definition for open invitation really matched together with the title itself. Because I was trying to take
Nice.
it up a notch. I didn't want to just be with the ballads and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
And my definition for open invitation was accepting different vibes, different moods. You could be happy, it'll still resonate with you. You know, it may not have to be Valentine's Day. It could be in the summertime. You can still vibe with the music because it's just different vibes in the songs and the and just the way it's put together. So once I got that down, I knew exactly how I was gonna set up the rest of the music.
Nice.
That's
And
actually,
then it just flows, right?
yeah. You gotta let the
Yeah.
music speak for itself. Like especially like we're writing.
Uh-huh.
I usually tell my friends if a song has to be rushed, it's not gonna work. Like you have to let the
Mm.
song write itself. Like it has to come out naturally. Like you don't if you feel like you can't write today, well, give it a rest. Come back to it tomorrow. Give it 2 days. Let your mind reset a little bit. You know. Sometimes our ears may bleed because you listen to the beat over and over and over and over again. You get a little tired of it, so you have to let your ears rest as well. Let your mind kind of okay. If I wake up tomorrow, what other ideas am I gonna come up with? So and also like the writing space, you gotta find your escape, like where you feel like you write your best music. Is it outside? Is it at 4 o'clock in the morning? Is it sitting in a tub in the bathroom? Is it while you in the shower and you got a little recorded thing by you?
I was gonna
Is it in
ask
the
you that
car?
too.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
what does that
Yeah,
even look like?
yeah.
What keeps you up at night? Because you gotta, I have to say that you're up at night. If you're
What
on
keeps me up?
Clubhouse,
Yeah.
you're up at night.
What keeps me up at night is definitely the TV and going to the gym and spending time with my lady and everything. So
Yeah.
those keeps me
What,
up at night.
you love the gym? I have not, I'm
I
telling
love
you,
the
I
gym.
have not yet. Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. I'm like one of those gym
I
addicts,
would I would
seriously.
I would feel sick if I didn't go
I
to
don't
the gym.
know. Yeah, well, now you know how I feel for the past
Yeah.
year because I have not been in the gym. Because
Yes,
what freaks
ma'am.
me out is like, I don't know, like this all that stuff on
Yeah.
the equipment. Like, I gotta keep wiping it
Wiping
down. Is
it.
it okay?
Ah,
I don't
yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't.
yeah, yeah.
So what I did was is I started buying equipment here at home so that I could just
Mm,
work out here at home until I start to feel comfortable with the new
comfortable.
norm. Because
Right.
to me personally, it doesn't look like this is changing anytime soon, and we gotta
Right.
keep living, right?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say
I don't
it's
know.
not as bad as it sounds. Um, I mean, everybody in the gym stays sanitized. Like everybody got their masks on and stuff like that. I
Oh,
usually
okay.
I usually wear gloves, so that kind of helps me. Keeps me away from like really touching stuff with like my bare hands. You know what I mean? So, um, for me, I feel like being in a gym, I get the best workout because
Mm.
you with
Yes.
everybody working out, you hear the weights, everybody's sweating. So I'm like,
You're
yo,
in
I'm
the
sweating.
environment, in the
Yeah.
zone. Yeah,
But then
I
when you're
know.
home, you can easily be distracted by somebody coming at the door. Your favorite TV show just came on. You're like, well, hold on, let me watch this for like 5-10 minutes
That is so
on the
true.
show real
Or
quick.
you don't even get started at all.
Right. Exactly.
So, like me,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the social issues that you are like passionate about or
Social.
causes,
Mm,
if any?
mm, like in the real world or just
Yeah, like for me, if someone asked me that question, which I was in a hot seat recently, I like to be here so I can ask the questions.
fair,
So
right?
I was like, is this what it feels like to be on this side on IG Live, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, is this what this feels like? I was like, wow, let me take a moment, let me breathe and take a moment and think about it.
Uh-huh.
Some of the issues for me, I'm really passionate about. I'm a domestic violence survivor, so I would definitely
Mm,
say, passionate about women realizing that it's not okay. Like love is not
right.
supposed to hurt.
Yeah.
Um, and other ones, it could be so many, like the kids, the racial issues,
Yeah.
all of those things. But definitely, for me, because of my experience,
Yeah.
domestic violence is definitely on the top of
On the
my
top.
list. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say for me, anti-bullying. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's a
yeah,
good one too. I was
yeah,
bullied in school, so
yeah.
yeah.
Especially when I first came here. I had it bad. Like, I'm talking about from name calling to getting beat up in a bathroom, to being humiliated in front of a class, like every day, not trying to figure out like how am I gonna dodge this dude from not seeing me, you know?
Oh man, I
Because
did
I was a
that.
very like skinny little scrawny kid with glasses, very quiet and shy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when I go home, I'm like, Dad, why did it mean to me? You know what I mean? So it even came to points to where I begged my parents not to let me go to school. Like sometimes I'll make up excuses like I'm not feeling good today. I don't want to go. Because I feel like they thought I was making up excuses, but I'm like I'm actually in it. Like I'm dealing with it on a daily basis.
Mm.
It's different from you because you're not there every day. I have to be there every day. So
Right, and you're living it in real
right,
time. Yes, I
exactly.
know. I did
So
that too. I think people don't like people that are different,
I don't know.
unique,
I
but
don't know.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people are walking around with these masks on and they're not comfortable with being who they are.
Right.
That's what I realized when I look back on my experience because I was bullied too,
Right.
and I was like, wow, they really just weren't comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
I was beautiful. I was amazing, and it was
Yeah.
okay to do that. So I talk
Mm-hmm.
to the kids. I do pre-COVID. I
Yep.
go to the schools and talk to the kids and let them know that it's okay. Like you are enough. Like you are enough. Like
Right.
seriously, and don't let nobody else, that you know that. But
I
I don't know.
agree.
I hope I didn't cut
I
you
agree.
off.
I agree. No, you good. I agree.
Okay.
I definitely
Yeah.
agree. Definitely.
Let's go back to open invitation. So
Okay.
where can I want you guys to please, please, please follow him. Yes. And stream his new EP Open
Yeah.
Invitation. Where
It's on
is it?
it's on Spotify. It's on iTunes.
On the digital outlets. That's what we say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check the digital outlets.
Yeah. So just go there, type in Eddie Michaels. It's gonna be this black cover with a rose on the
Yeah, it's
side.
beautiful.
Open invitations like these big bold letters. You can't miss it.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Please, guys, go in and check that out.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
are your musical plans for the next 12 months?
Next
Let's say
12
12.
months,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a feature with Chris Brown. That's one of my goals and
Oh,
Tracy.
that's
So,
beautiful.
um, so my goal for this year is really be more consistent and put a lot more work in. Um,
Hmm.
actually like doing a lot of shows and like performances and stuff like that. Because I do believe that it can go a long way, and I'm really glad. Back to the pandemic, I'm really glad for that time because I was able to get in touch with people who I wouldn't have got in touch with if it wasn't,
Exactly. Isn't
you
it a
know.
dope time?
Yeah, I know. Because it put everything at pause to where like everybody had plenty of time throughout the day to, look on their social medias and
Yeah. And
stream and search
connect
and go,
and
yeah, and
talk.
connect. Right.
I've been able to do more Zooms with
Mm-hmm.
Zoom, Zoom, Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I've met some amazing people. And
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love Clubhouse for what is, what I
Summer.
think that you
Yeah.
just have to have some intent of
Yeah.
why you're there. You know what I mean? And let
Right.
it work for you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like
Yeah.
you've definitely been doing that. Like you didn't shy away from like, I'm going to get on this stage. And
Yeah,
even
exactly.
sometimes it's not even what I realized too is that it's not even about getting on the stage, it's about the people that you need to connect with. So
Exactly.
I'm like the person in the back of the club in the room, scoping the
Yeah.
room out, checking out the moderators, seeing if, and then I write it down and then I connect. And
Mm-hmm.
it's really I have connected with some amazing people
Mm-hmm.
because of that.
I too.
So
Yes,
congratulations to
ma'am.
you, brother, because
Yes,
a lot
ma'am.
of artists they don't put in that work that it
Mm-hmm.
takes. This is your life. This is
Mm-hmm.
something that you're gonna literally dedicate the rest of your life to is making music, I'm assuming, and whatever else that as you continue to evolve, we start doing other things like we got businesses and
Right.
now we got this and that.
Right.
That's yeah, so it's a
And I
good
and I
thing.
do believe that a lot of artists don't put in the work and the passion and the work behind their artistry because they're not passionate about their
The
craft.
passion.
They're mostly trying
Mm-hmm.
to get a buzz and get on,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, when you get on, that's when the work really start, right? Because
Yes.
even if you do get that advance, you got to pay that back. It's not actually yours. So it may take you a while before you see your first little clumps of, change.
Yeah.
So,
It's
and
a
I'm just like,
process.
yeah, it is a process. Yeah. So I'm just like, don't try to push yourself to get on, because they'll build you up. If you're not making what they want you, they'll smack you back down.
Real
You know?
quick.
Right. And so I'm just like, just be passionate about, if you're a rapper, you're a lyricist, you're a singer, be passionate about that.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoy that, because whether you make it or not, that fire will still be, inside of you. And you will always be motivated to continue writing and go back to the studios and be creative and still put things out and everything like that, because you're doing it because you love it, not because you're trying to get something out of it. And I think that's why a lot of different artists mix the two.
Hmm.
Some just want to get on and make some money and be all flashy. Cool. But there are others who are really very passionate about their craft and their music. And they're very like, because I'm a perfectionist. So like, even when we're in the studio, I may have to sing a certain sound over and over and over. My manager's like, Eddie, that sounded good. I'm like, I was flat just a little bit. Let me just do it one more time.
Yeah,
But it's
because
just
like you
kind of,
said, it's about the people. Like you
yeah.
need to make sure, and fall in love with the process.
Yes,
Literally fall in
definitely,
love with the process. This
definitely.
is not a race. It's literally a
Marathon.
marathon,
The marathon.
right? It is a marathon.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting to get to whatever that is, that look like whatever a person's perception is, they're not right or wrong, because
Mm-hmm.
that's their perception of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But take note that if it's really just about the money, it'll be just you and your money in the room.
Exactly. And
That's
I
it.
don't think there's happiness in that. Like, you're gonna
Yeah,
be
right.
miserable. You're gonna have all the finer things in the world. You're gonna be empty inside because it's just something missing. You're not you. You have to put on this facade, because
Yeah,
that facade is what's making the money. Is what making the
that
sale.
gotta be quite exhausting to do it
Yeah,
that way. Live life
it has
like
to
that.
be.
Yeah,
It
and I
has to
don't
be.
want to do that, and that's why it's so beautiful.
Mhm.
I'm glad that the people believe me. I'm so happy and grateful for that.
Funny that you say that, because I had told a previous interview that I had a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I told him, I was like, if I was to see my bully again, because I remember their names, I remember everything, like from the
Take note.
details. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it was, no, I think I was talking to Rocky one time about it.
Uh-huh.
I think, yeah, I was talking to him and I was talking to my team about it one time, and I was like, if I was to ever see those guys again, I would thank them, because they helped me find that missing piece that was inside me, to really make me, okay, all right, if this is a lifestyle that I'm living in, I want to
Yeah.
be strong enough to be mentally numb, and emotionally unavailable. To where, like, you can say whatever you want to say, I'll look at you like, all right, are you done? Okay, cool. And not be affected by it by any means,
Yes, that's why I'm so
Yeah.
happy about that. Because let me tell you, I get
Mm.
internet trolls, I get the Twitter thing going.
Mm.
Everybody is not gonna like you, and that's
Nah.
okay. I mean, how
Mm.
you feel about you? I mean, how you feel about me. That has everything to do with you and nothing to do
Mhm.
with me whatsoever. I want to say hello to Moxie. You guys
What's up?
follow Moxie MBMT underscore. She
Baby.
is a beautiful independent artist. Like, have you ever met? I've met some of the most amazing, beautiful women. I'm like, where were you guys all my life?
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
I just had a crazy
I agree.
experience growing up. That's my
Yeah,
truth. And I'm like, man, this just looks so different
yeah,
now. Like my
yeah.
life looks so different. And I'm just so happy. So I'm happy for you, because you're
Thank you.
gonna be, oh my gosh, like
Thank you.
you I'm sure like your future is going to be absolutely amazing. And I
Thank
know
you. I
that
appreciate that.
whatever collaboration that you want to do, let me tell you,
Yeah.
all you
No,
got
I
to do
have
is
to.
believe, put
Yes.
the action to
Yeah.
it, right? And then just make that thing happen, because I would have never thought, and this is not a shameless plug, but I guess however the person's perception is,
Yeah.
whatever. But for me to share the stage with Dr. Oz and Bishop Jakes, because I've been on the stage with Dr. Oz several
That's
times,
awesome.
but to share the stage with Dr. Oz and Bishop Jakes and at one time, like be in the middle. That just lets me know and inspires me like,
yeah,
you can do this. You can do whatever you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've worked with some people that I used to grow up listening to their music, and then I'm in sharing the same space, and I'm like, wow. And it's just a reflection on you. You know what I mean? Like you having this team is literally a reflection of the amazing man that you are. So that open invitation, you guys, it's ready right now, ready to stream. You don't have to pre-order it. We're not waiting.
It's
It is
free.
here.
Just get it
On digital outlets. Please, like stream it, fall asleep to it. I could go on because I'm so passionate about when it comes to like dreams and stuff. So whatever it is never too far-fetched. I mean, I've had conversations with Anthony Hamilton on here. I've talked to TJ Jackson. Like you were saying, you did. Isn't he a cool guy?
Cool guy. Like I remember we was in the back. We was in the back. I opened up for him twice. Yeah. I remember we was in the backstage. And I'm like, "What's up, Anthony?" He came to me and gave me like a fist pump.
Yeah.
And so then we came back and did a video. He was like, take your camera out. Let's take a picture. So we took a picture. He was like, all right, now let's do a video. So we do this little video. He's like, man, you gonna open up for me, man. You gonna do great. I'm like, thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, you are.
And then the second time, I think, because I met him 3 times. I opened up for him twice.
Wow.
The first time was he was a headliner, and I got to meet Tank for the first time. Because I grew up listening to Tank as a kid. So I was like, oh my God, I get to see Tank. So I'm in the dressing room. I see him in person. He's talking to me. He's like, so what's up? What's your name? I was stuttering. Couldn't get my name out for nothing. So then after I got my name out, he was like, so what do you do? I'm a singer. He was like, I sing one of my songs, right? So I sung one of his songs. He's like, okay, I see the potential. You have a bright future ahead of you. Just don't give up. Keep going. I'm like, thank you. And the third time, what really made me feel like I connected with Anthony in a very special way was he had a book signing here, I think 2019. I'm familiar with his book.
Yeah, I got it.
I got a little, I'll tell you what, right? So I went there just to support him, not trying to get anything out of it, right? So I went over there, I see him, and he remembered my name. He's like, Eddy, what's up? I'm like, wow, you remember my name? Out of all these people that you meet on a daily basis, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, you remember my name? And so I was like, you know what? I'm buying this book. So I bought the book. And he left me a nice little message in the book. And every time I go and look at that book, I'm like, wow.
Isn't that book amazing? Because this is not a paid promo. It's so funny saying that, but no, the book is absolutely amazing because when you open it, it's like these pictures. It literally looked like he, I don't know, put his soul into the book. The song, yes.
That he had to go
it's like he put his whole soul into this book, and then there's all of these great pictures because he cooks. So it has that, and it is such a beautiful concept, and I definitely recommend guys go pick up Anthony Hamilton's book, Cornbread, Fish, and Collard Greens. Cornbread, fish, and cornbread, fish, and collard greens. Yeah. So I was graced to, be able to talk to him, his son. He's been on here. Like we chat about 4 times, literally. Red, R-E-H-D. He's an artist too, and he's been on here. And TJ Jackson, I absolutely love Michael Jackson, and I remember the 3T growing up. And so I'm like, hey, would you come on? And he said yes, and I was like, oh, cool. So everybody, whoever is in your mind and in your head that you want to work with, just believe it. Put the action towards it, and then it manifests itself. It's just really like that. I mean, it's processed, but it's really like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So open invitation. Open invitation.
Go listen. Yes.
Thank you, Moxie. I'm telling you, I want everybody to follow Moxie because she is so. I'm telling you, when you go on her page, she just. Beautiful. It's like a woman who's like in the, if you watch one of those animated movies and they're in the garden and the butterflies
I love anime, so I know.
Yeah, like she just give you that feel. I absolutely love her. Oh my goodness. So We are really here at the end of the hour. Can you believe it?
Hey, it's going
Yeah,
good.
this is it did. So we
Yes,
talked about
ma'am.
open invitation, the EP that's out. I'm gonna keep saying
Yeah.
that, you guys, please go and get that right
Yeah.
now. On all digital outlets, Eddy Michaels is here, ladies and gentlemen. You better, I'm telling you, you better connect now, because when you blow up and this page is like way up there and you can't
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
message. You got 35,000 comments.
Oh Lord,
Um,
no, like wait.
right,
I'm
it
into
won't
you. I'm
be the
sorry.
same. So you better get to him while you can get to him now.
Right, right.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
So, um, I got two questions.
Okay.
One is, what do you want your musical legacy to be? And then I'll ask the last one.
Okay. Um, I want the music legacy to be something where 10 years from now you can still get that feeling, right? My perfect example has always been the way Michael Jackson and James Brown and Ray Charles and all those guys left. Even though
You
they're
can
not
still
here,
listen to it right now. It's
right? And
still
you still
relevant.
feel it, yeah. So,
Yes.
um, and also something I always tell my team was that I'm down for the process to get where I want to be, because, like I said, it's a marathon. It's not a you wake up today. It may happen. You may go to sleep one day and wake up, all your stuff, and you're going viral,
Just like that.
Right. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm willing to go through the process because I want my product to stick. And
Yeah.
once it sticks, it's there forever. Like, can nobody take it down? And that's
Mm.
the whole world just went AWOL, and we had like the most biggest apocalypse, and zombies came.
What? But I want to tell people,
Yeah.
if you got a dream, you got a dream, or there's something that you want to do, trust and love and fall in love with whatever that thing is. Let's not worry about the results, because if
Yeah.
you start worrying about the results, then that's the expectations. That's living with expectations, and a lot of times life don't work on our expectations.
Mhm.
But just know and believe that it'll happen whenever it's in its own divine time. Right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, because I don't want to live focused on like, oh my God, this quarter I was expecting to make this, but I only did this, and then
Yeah.
making myself feel like I'm a failure. There's
Right.
no failures, only lessons. And
Yeah.
even in music too, like, of course we have all of these the 3 month, the 90 day, the 6 months, the year, well, all of these things that we do in music. And if it doesn't, then it's like, oh, the project, and it's like, but dang, no, that's not what. No, it's
Yeah.
okay. We're going to go
Yeah.
back and we're going to continue creating, and let's not live our way like that, because if we do that, then when we're up, and then when we're down, we're all the way down, and we don't want to live that way. So this is Choose Your Path. I am talking to Eddy Michaels. He is the newest R&B sensation,
Yeah.
right?
That's
I'm so
tough.
excited. I'm gonna be at the crowd. I got to talk to him. Like, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in front of my screen. Like, he was on my show. I'm telling you, bragging
And
rights.
I'll come back.
I'm saying that now, because your page is like, it's there. So, all right, let's end. Let's get to the end.
Yes, ma'am.
So the last question I ask everyone, if you could give one word or a sentence, something to motivate or inspire us as we continue to move forward in our life journey.
Mm-hmm.
Either one word or a sentence.
One word or sentence? I'll do the
Yeah.
sentence.
Okay. I love it.
Put God first and be yourself.
Put God first and be yourself. See, thank goodness for thank goodness for the bullies, because no one would ever say be yourself when when you're being bullied. But yes, God first in absolutely everything, and be yourself. Love, light, and energy to you as you continue to evolve and continue to make great music. And I really appreciate you giving me this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for being on here.
Tuned in. Thank you.
See, isn't this a fun job? Like, this is living right here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm signing off. All right.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.